What up, people? And welcome back to some more YuGiOh. Alright, so for today's deck, we are going to do a spirit monster deck. So we're sort of going back to some old school cards here. It isn't 45 cards, but I think it'll work. So, let's get into the profile. Yeah, there's no extra deck. You could run an extra deck in this, but I think we're good without an extra deck. So let's get into it real quick. We got a Blackluster Soldier. Everybody knows this guy. You light in the dark in the graveyard and banish both of them, and you can get him out. And his effect is if he attacks and kills a monster, he can attack again. So he's a nice beater. He also has the effect that he can banish one monster on the field. Oh. Yeah, so just one monster. So then we have Hino Kagusumi. Not exactly sure how to pronounce it. It's a spirit monster. Okay, so it can't be special summoned, and it returns to the owner's hand at the end of the turn. That's what spirit monsters do. They always bounce back to your hand at the end of the turn. So, if this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, they discard all cards in their hand during the next draw phase before they draw. That's awesome. Alright, then we got Archlord Christia. These are like the three boss monsters of the deck. Actually, we could get rid of him. We'll get to him here in a minute. But Christia, if I have exactly 4 fairy types in my graveyard, I can special summon this from my hand. When I do, target one fairy monster in my graveyard. Add that target to my hand. Neither player can special summon monsters if this card... Okay, neither player can special summon monsters. If this If this face-up special summon if this face-up card would be sent from the field to the graveyard, it returns to the top of the deck instead. Sorry, I'm really slurring my words today. It's not good. Then we got one Gores. Since most of my monsters just bounce back to the hand at the end of the turn, Gores is there to save myself. So it's helpful. Alright, then we got Yamada Dragons. Like I said, this one could just be taken out completely. Let's see here. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, draw cards until you have 5 cards in your hand. It's a nice to help me get cards, but otherwise, we're gonna drop one of them. Yeah, we'll drop one of them. Alright, now these two guys are really huge in this deck. So we got Dark Dust Spirit. It's a 1 tribute. It's 2600 attack, 31... No. There we go. 1 tribute, 2200 attack, 1800 defense. They can't be special summoned just like all the other spirits. When this card is summoned, when it's normal summoned or flip face up, destroy all other face up monsters on the field. So it's just like a dark hole, but he gets to stay. So he's awesome. For 1 tribute, that's pretty good. Then we got... Where's the other guy? Oh, he's on down. Never mind. So this is Yamato no Kami. Alright. Same thing, spirits. Alright. This card cannot be special summoned except by removing from play 1 spirit monster from my graveyard. So this guy can actually be special summoned. That's very rare for a spirit. It returns to the hand, of course. If this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can destroy 1 spell or trap card your opponent controls. So he's nice. He's like an extra MST. 22. I mean, he's not a huge beater, but he can get around a lot of things that way. So he's pretty nice, and he can be special summoned. So I mean, he's nice to get one of these one tributes out, like the Dark Dust Spirit or something like that. He's really nice to have around. Then we got Izagni. I think that's how you spell it. Izagni? Something like that. Alright, I can special summon this card from my hand by removing from play one spirit monster from my hand. So it's not a spirit, it's just a fairy. Spirit monsters you control do not have to have their effects that return them to the hand activated. So this lets me keep my spirits on the field if I want them, which is awesome. And it's a special summon, so that's even better. So I put 2 of them in there because I have a feeling this one's going to get hit hard and fast to get rid of it. Then we got Fingerang, I think is how you say it. Maybe. Cannot be special summoned. During the end phase it returns, of course. When this card is normal summoned or flip summoned, destroy all set, spell, and trap cards your opponent controls. So it's like a feather duster, it just wipes their back row, which is awesome. So if you pair him with Dark Dust Spirit, then you clear their board, which is really, really good. I only run 1 of each because otherwise it's just going to clog, and they do bounce back, so that's why there's only 1 of each of them. Then we got Yasha? I don't know, something like that. It's level 4, so no tributes required. It's a 19 beater, which is really good. I'm a big fan of 19 level 4s. It cannot be special summoned. Of course, it returns to the hand. Yeah. When this card is normal summoned or flip summoned, you can select one spell card your opponent controls and return it to the hand. So it just helps clear that back row, which is really nice. Then we got Rakashi, I think that's how you spell it. Wait a minute, it's a different name. Rash Exu? I don't know, it's some weird name. I'm really bad at pronouncing these. It cannot be special summoned, it returns to the hand. Alright, when this card is normal summoned or flip summoned, you can reveal 1 spirit monster in your hand, except for that. Then target 1 face-up attack position monster your opponent controls, return that target to the hand, and I cannot special summon during the turn I activate this effect. So it's like a compulse, but I just have to show a spirit monster. Which I have some big spirit monsters in my hand, or my deck, so it could work out really well, especially if they get some big XCs or something like that. Do I have to target? Yeah. So that's the only problem with it. You do have to actually target monsters, which can hurt. A lot of monsters do that. Alright, then we got Izamai. So it's the same monster, I think, just one's a spirit, one's not. Same thing. Cannot be special summoned, returns to the hand. When this card is normal summoned or flip summoned, or flip face up, you can discard 1 card and add 1 spirit monster from your graveyard to your hand. So it's just a way to get my spirits back. There's only 1, because if my spirits are going to the graveyard, then, well, I have ways of using them to get stuff. So, yeah. Then we got Aratama. I think that's how you say it. Okay. Cannot be special summoned. Returns to the hand. Of course, it's a spirit. When this card is normal summoned or flip face up, you can add 1 spirit monster from your deck to your hand except for itself. Just 1 spirit monster in general, which is awesome. And I could also go for the one that lets me special summon it. Where'd it go? Is that it? No. Where'd he go? There he is. So I could search him out and special summon him the same turn. Have a level 6 and a level 4 on the field if I wanted it. Or save it, do it the next turn. Then we got Nikitama. Sounds about right. Alright, it has the same effect. Cannot be special summoned. It returns to the hand. Let me see here. Alright, During the turn this card is normal summoned or flip face up, you can normal summon one spirit monster in addition to your normal summon set. I can only gain the effect once per turn. When this card is sent to the graveyard, draw one card. You must control a spirit monster to activate and resolve this effect. So if I summon that, I could normal summon another monster and then ram it into something if I wanted to, or normal summon that and then summon Dark Dust. It gets destroyed, I get to draw the card. It's a good way of getting extra monsters out. Now, that's it for spirit monsters. The rest of these are helpful cards. They make it so I won't die first turn, hopefully. We got Ghost Trick Jack Frost. Now this one's a little bit weird. It's the only Ghost Trick in the deck. What Jack Frost does, it can't be normal summoned unless I control another Ghost Trick. So this one can never be normal summoned. Once per turn, you can change this card to face down defense position. When an opponent's monster declares a direct attack, I can change. Okay. I can change that monster's to face down defense position, and if I do, special summon this card from my hand in face down defense position. So it doesn't target. That's huge for a lot of cards. Meaning, say they get something that is unaffected by, or it can't be targeted by monster effects. Well, this isn't targeting. It's like a mirror force. It doesn't target. It's like a field effect. So, for the most part, it's the same type of concept. If they do a direct attack, I can just flip it face down and put this face down on the field. It just negates the attack. So, that's really awesome, really. It will save me a lot if I get it in hand. Then I threw in 2 Scarecrows. If they declare a direct, if they declare a direct attack, I can discard this card and negate the attack and end battle phase. Just a way to stall until I get something good. And this one goes to the graveyard, right? Yeah. So, then we got Battle Fader. When they declare a direct attack, I can special summon this, and it negates the battle phase, or just stops the battle phase. And when it leaves the field, it gets banished instead of going to the graveyard, which is fine. But that's it for the monsters, and yes, it's very monster heavy, very, which is fine. I mean, I'm afraid it's going to clog a lot because of all the monsters that just bounce back to my hand. So that's one thing I'm worried about. Then we got 3 creature swaps. A must-have for this deck. I mean, think about it. If they go all out and special summon something huge, this doesn't target. So that's what's cool about it. It does not target. So say I summon, who knows, it doesn't really matter. Any spirit monster, right? Or even a Ghost Trick or a Battle Fader, something like that. And they have something huge on the field, I activate this. I give them that little monster, take their huge monster. It's just going to make people mad is what it's going to do. Then we got a Dark Hole. In case stuff goes crazy and they get a hole filled with stuff I can't take care of, we'll get rid of it. I mean, that's what Dark Hole's for. Alright, since this deck doesn't really special summon, I went ahead and put in 3 Pots of Duality. The only really special summons we have in the deck are BLS, Christia, and where is he? Yeah, is that him? Yes. So those 3 are the only real special summons in the deck. So that's another reason I didn't really add an extra deck either. If I'm gonna run Pots of Duality, I preferably don't even want an extra deck because of the whole you can't special summon. I mean, if you get it first turn, usually most of the time you don't special summon, so Pot of Duality first turn's good if you run extra deck, but otherwise I don't like running it that otherwise. Then we got 2 MSTs, just to help get rid of that back row. 1 Book of Moon. Book of Moon is really good. It's really underrated in most decks and people don't play it anymore, but it's a really good card. Say you summon something big and they bottomless or they try to negate the summon or something, Book of Moon it. Just Book of Moon it. It loses its target and you keep your monster. So it's nice. I really like it. Alright, then I added 2 Springs of Rebirth. These could definitely come out. They're not needed, but they're nice. Increase your life points by 500 every time a monster is turned from the field to the owner's hand. Pretty much made for spirits. I think they came in the same set as the spirits, so. But then we got 1 Mirror Force. Just helps with field clear. 1 Torrential. Same as Dark Hole, just if they're going big and I got nothing, well, we'll get rid of it. Then we got 2 Deep Prisons. Just help with the, keeping stuff off the field. And then we got 2 Fiendish Chains. They get something I don't like, I'm just going to chain it so that they can't hurt me with it. But that is the Spirit Monster deck. Like I've said, the only thing that really worries me is the clog. Because of everything bouncing back to my hand, there's going to be a lot of stuff in my hand at all times. So that's the only thing I'm really worried about. But with certain things that keep, like that guy that keeps him on the field, that could help out. Could, but I'm not too sure if it will. BLS is just going to help a lot to help get around some of those bigger monsters. But that'll do it for the deck profile. If you like what you saw, leave a like. If you want to see more, hit that sub button. Any questions, comments, tips, suggestions, leave them down there and I'll get back with you. But thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!